Mommycon, and I am so excited that I get to bring you with me. I get to speak in front of a group of women talking all about mom things, and while it makes me a little bit nervous, I'm really excited and I can't wait to share it with you guys. Mommycon is here. We are in Costa Mesa. Come along with me and I'll show you what it's all about. Here we come, Mommycon. Official Mommycon's bigger. I just met up with the Keens Queens and I'm really excited to be working with them because I am such a huge fan of Keens and I can't believe that I get to actually continue to support such an amazing wagon. It's so great for little people, it's so great for people that need additional assistance, and honestly it's my favorite mommy wagon. Keens! Still has the wrapper on it. That's okay.
You heard of the balance box?
Balance box?
Yeah.
No.
So it's the only safe baby walker that actually works on carbon caliber babies, and we have a look whenever you're demonstrating it. So here's a video, and what's unique about it?
That looks like it's like
Thank you. And then with the springs in the feet, it also helps with all their motor and sensory and all that good stuff. Clear top sounds like a drum, no batteries.
Look at how it's so short. Penelope would love this.
And so with this, it's the only product that the little one can be able to go from their sitting to kneeling to standing and transition all at the same time because everything else is too tall. And then with the push bar, the hands can only go in one spot. With this, you can put the hands wherever you need to go counterbalance and safe. Fully safety tested, meets and exceeds all the safety. Alrighty. Yes!
Yo. So this walker is like revolutionary for little people. It is so incredibly cool and I can't wait for Penelope to try it. Hopefully she finds it to be super easy to get up on. I'm gonna give a full review of it. It's called Little Balance Box. I'm gonna tell all of you what it's like. I'm already in awe by it and I can't wait to share it with you guys. It's about 10 minutes before I get to go speak and I'm excited about sharing being little and all about my book, Fierce of 4'2", and I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how it goes. Thank you guys so much for coming. This is totally brand new to me. Since y'all are here, I would share a little bit about my book, a little bit about me and being a mom and what it's like being a different kind of mom, and just sharing that we're all the same. I mean, we really are. We all want to love our children, we all want to give them the best life that they can possibly have, and that is exactly what I want to do as well. So a lot of kids will ask like why we're little, and everybody has a different answer. Parents all around have different answers. My favorite answer is just saying we're all made differently, and instead of getting into the dynamics of saying like, oh, she has dwarfism and she's diagnosed with achondroplasia and or whatever you may know about being little. It's just so much easier for kids just saying we're different and hopefully they grasp it. But 99% of the time, little people are totally great with asking and answering those questions, especially with children. There are a few unfortunate people out there that are not okay with that. But I love questions and I love trying to let children know that I'm just like anybody else and I'm a little mommy. That's actually my favorite thing that kids call me is like, that's a little mommy. I'm like, yes, I am a little mommy and I love being a little mommy. One of my favorite stories in my book, if any of y'all have seen the show Little Women LA, when we went to Cancun, I just found out that I was pregnant and I was so incredibly scared and I didn't tell any of the girls. I didn't want anyone to know, but I just felt like if I could raise Penelope, then I can raise a second child. My husband completely felt opposite. He was like, it's gonna be way too crazy for us. But okay, I trust you, and he supported that, and I totally love him for supporting that. I kind of went into that experience with trying to make the girls not know I had inkling of being pregnant. We went to swim with dolphins, and all of a sudden I was like, oh man, my stomach is just hurting, and I drank too much the night before, and I just don't think it's a good idea, because Elena could not swim with dolphins, and she was pregnant with twins. So I was like, if she can't swim with dolphins, then I shouldn't be swimming with dolphins. And so I really like led most of my journey on that, like, I need to be safe, because these girls don't know that I'm pregnant. Mad celebration for Brianna's bachelorette, or what there was of her bachelorette party. And the girls, especially Jasmine, she kept giving me tequila, and I was like, yeah, girl! Oh, that is amazing! And I really would throw it over my shoulder every 5 seconds. And if you saw me acting intoxicated, I guarantee you, that was my best acting job yet. I mean, I was like not telling anyone. I was completely the sober girl in Mexico. And we went to this crazy ruin that is called the Cova Ruin, right outside of Cancun. And it's raining, and there's like mosquitoes everywhere, and everybody's miserable. And they're like, okay girls, we're gonna climb to the top of the Cova Ruin. And I'm like, yes, let's do this. You look at it, and it's so incredibly steep. It's 120 feet up. There's no side railing. It's so old. It goes all the way back, like 50 BC. It's so incredibly old. And it's one of the oldest ruins that you can actually physically climb yourself. And there were all these average-sized people just going up at no problem. Some people were going slower. A lot of people would stop halfway, and then they would come back down. And I was like, from the bottom, why are they stopping? Like, just go, just do it. It's gonna be great. And as I started to climb, I realized why they were stopping and coming back down. The rocks were scary. Nothing was secure. It was like climbing stairs when you were a child, and you were like trying to make sure that you were going to be able to touch the next step as you're going up or down. That's exactly what it felt like for me. Rocks were falling, but these little 5-year-olds were really making me mad. They were like doing circles around me and skipping, and I was like, hello, I'm trying to climb, and I'm scared. You know, that feeling where you start to shake, and you're like, should I turn around or should I keep going? And all I could think about was like, if I can climb this Cova Ruin, then I can do anything. And I kept thinking that, like, if I can do this, then I can have this baby. Then I can be a mom of 2 and be little, and everything will be okay. And so as I was climbing, the DP, director of photography, kept coming down, and she was like, Terra, do not give up on me. You need to keep going and make it happen. I want to hit that shot up top. She just cared about her shot. She didn't care about me. She would have loved it if I fell down. It would have been great ratings. She didn't know I was pregnant. She just wanted to get the shot at the top of the Cova Ruins. And she knew she couldn't get the shot if I didn't make it all the way up there. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And she was such a great motivator for me, because it really gave me that extra, like, you can do it. And at the time, all of the girls were climbing. And I was like, yes, all right, all of these girls. Let's do it, ladies. This is such a, like, woman empowering moment. And as we're climbing, they start falling off. Brianna's like, deuces, I'm not going up any higher. And Elena's like, no, I can't. I was like, okay, come on, Tanya, you're my girl. Let's do this, Tanya. And she's like, girl, you do you. You do you, boo. I just went for it. I just kept going and went for it. And it was so incredibly scary. The rocks were wet. I was slipping constantly. But it was one of the most gratifying things I've ever done in my life, because I made it. And it really proved to me, to myself, I really proved that I can do what an average-sized person can do. Anything's possible, no matter what nationality you are, no matter how tall you are, how big you are, how short you are. Anything is possible as long as you believe in yourself, and you really got to go for it. You can't just say, I'm going to do it one day. And I know a lot of girls that are like that. I'm going to do it one day, girls. And one day I'm going to have this, and one day I'm going to do that. And I feel like if you don't do it, then you're never going to have it. And you need at least one person that will always be there through thick and thin. And I think that Joe, for me, Joe is that guy. Joe is the guy that's like, I know you're a little off, TJ, Terra, whatever he calls me, but I totally support everything that you do, and I know that if you think you're going to do it, if you say you're going to do it, you're going to do it. And I get so much hate for that. And that really has been a crazy journey for me of figuring out that balance on what's important to me and how to make everything work in my life. I don't know what my life is going to be, and I don't know how it's going to progress, but I want to make the world better for people that don't have every advantage that an average sized person does. Well, that's it for Mommycon. Thank you so much for coming, and I can't wait for next year. I'm going to go check out some of the other products at the expo. Bye, guys.